Hello! Welcome back to another Vintage Cube video. My name is Eel. I play Magic the Gathering online, and today we've come here to do exactly that. This is the last day of Vintage Cube. This is the last video I'm going to upload for the season, so if you want to see when I come back, sub. If not, you know, leave hate comments. That would be funny. As far as this pack, this is a good pack to end it on. We see Mox Emerald, which is the worst Mox, and Mana Crypt, which is really fun. Really good in aggro decks. I think I'm just gonna take Mana Crypt. I mean, we could take Mox Emerald and then maybe wheel Green Sun. Like, there's no good green cards left in this pack, but Mana Crypt goes in more decks, and I'm just gonna take Mana Crypt. It's more fun. This pack, we see people, I swear, Baleful Strix never comes around. I swear, these people could be playing mono green, and they will pick Baleful Strix as their third pick. They're crazy. These people are crazy. Bribery, a lot of the time, is just 5 mana win the game, which works well with Mana Crypt. We can play it on turn 3. Seems pretty good. I think I'm just going to pick that. Bribery can be kind of boring. You can just be, like, 5 mana win the game, but I think it pairs well with Mana Crypt. I wouldn't mind getting Baleful Strix back, but again, people will literally take this card over anything, so we'll see what happens. Ooh, huh. Alright, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Balance is broken. And it works well with Mana Crypt because it gives us 2 mana in play and we don't have to sacrifice a land. I could also see taking Academy works well with Mana Crypt. We didn't get to... Did we play Mono White? I think we played Blue White. We didn't get to play Mono White, which is fine, but Thalia is like the best Mono White card. So I guess I'm kind of stuck between Tolarian Academy. I think I'm just gonna take Balance. Balance is so good. It is white though, so maybe we are supposed to take Tolarian Academy, but I'm just gonna take Balance. It's great. This pack, I'm just gonna take a blue-white Signet. It works well with Balance, and it will work well with our Bribery. So I'm just gonna take the double on color Signet. It seems pretty good. This pack, I do like Lotus Bloom, and I do like Karn, but I think just being able to cast our spells seems really good. Recurring theme is that I can't cast my spells, and I get sad. So as much as I like Karn, I'm just gonna take Hollow Fountain. I could see maybe an argument to taking Karn, but like, especially having a duel this early means that any white or blue fetch is going to be like really, really good. So as far as what deck we're playing, we can end up playing like Tap Out Control. That's a really fun deck. We might just take a blue Signet. I do like Course of Portal a lot though. It works well with Balance. And we already have a double on color Signet, so you could always pick up more Signets later. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take Coercive Portal. Although I could see an argument of taking Signet. Here, Smokestack's fun. I'm just gonna take a Mirror's Call. It's a good late game payoff. If we get 7 mana, which is not impossible with the start. If we get back to Larian Academy, I'll feel silly about not taking Signet, because then we could play like an Upheaval deck, and Upheaval decks are so much fun. Oh my god. Literally, like, don't win the game. Just have like 15 mana, bounce all the permanents, play out all your mana rocks, pass the turn, and then start playing like 5 drops when they're like, playing a mana dork. It's so great. Balance and Upheaval are both interesting cards because they can bring back games from points where other decks just simply can't. They can't get there. It's very unique effects. We could take Winds of Abandon. It answers pretty much everything, and it is a one-sided wrath if we have 6 mana. The other option is Kaya is really good, especially with Balance. We don't have fixing for it. There's a double off-color Signet, which I don't love. I think I'd rather just take Winds of Abandon. I can also see taking Temple Garden. Kaya is fun, though. I'm just gonna take Winds of Abandon. We did get Ugin back. I think I'm gonna take Ugin. It's just 8 mana, basically wrath the board a lot of the time. It can get you out of trouble. We'll just take Council Judgment. It's a great removal spell. Seems like white is like painfully open. Maybe we're playing mono white. We could end up playing mono white. That'd be done. Mana Crypt mono white is interesting. I don't think I've ever played Mana Crypt mono white. Ooh. Kithian's a really great 1-drop, but Phyrexian Revoker just like being a Stone Rain is really nice. I think I'm just gonna take Phyrexian Revoker because we're not sure that we're playing mono white yet, but it's looking pretty likely. Take Armageddon or Containment Priest. Containment Priest is good against. We're just gonna take Armageddon. I'd like to kill other lands. All right, interesting start. We can kind of go 2 different ways. We can play like blue-white tap out control, or we can just go straight mono-white. Mono-white seems pretty open, getting Thalia that late. It's a pretty big read. Although you usually don't play balance in your aggro decks, but we did it last time and it worked. So maybe balance is just broken. Who knows? Ooh. All right. I think I'm first picking Gideon. It works in either of the two decks we're considering. It works in mono white and it works at tap out control. We're not playing Reanimator, so we're not taking Gristlebrand. In fact, hopefully they put Gristlebrand in their decks and we can just bribery it. So I'm just going to take Gideon. It works well with balance as well. We take Gilded Lotus. Shark Typhoon has surprised me with how good it is. If we're playing like tap out, we can like play Gilded Lotus lets us play Ugin. And then we can get back like Brimraz, Shark Typhoon, Signet. I think I like that. I think I want to play like a big white deck. I don't think I really want to play mono white. It's my favorite card, y'all. We got Brazen. Ooh, Swords to Plowshare though. That card is so good too. I think I'm gonna take Brazen Borrower only because it looks like white is super, super open. I might end up regarding it, but Brazen Borrower basically does the same thing as Swords to Plowshare, so I'm gonna move Folly to the sideboard for now because it kind of hurts our deck at the moment. And then I might not be playing Student of Warfare. This pack's kind of lame. You could take Lingering Souls. Is probably okay. Take Godless Shrine. I don't think I'm playing Pestermite. I don't think I'm playing Thief of Sanity. I'm just gonna take Godless Shrine. It might be a black card we want to splash. Vindicate or something. Ooh, Winds of Abandon plus balance. So we kill all their creatures with Winds of Abandon, then we get rid of all their lands with balance. It's just kind of funny. I don't think Armageddon plus balance is a good combo, but Armageddon plus Gideon seems like a good combo. Here we can just take Elspeth Conquers Death is probably the best card. Factor Fiction's good card draw. Elspeth like kills everything though. It's interesting that Entomb's going this late, so Reanimator's most definitely open. I'm just gonna take Elspeth Conquers Death. That card is really good. It answers like pretty much any permanent because it exiles. And then you get to reanimate a creature or a planeswalker from. Oh, it has to be from your graveyard. I thought it was any graveyard. That would make it probably busted. Zealous is probably the strongest individual card, but I don't think we're playing red. I guess I'm just taking Mom. We're not really playing mono white though, so maybe I'm supposed to take Gush. With all this mana. I don't want to take Gush. I'm gonna take Mom. I don't feel like it. Oh, this is a really easy Elspeth. Elspeth is a great planeswalker. Here between Sower of Temptation and Oust. Some decks, Sower of Temptation is just like an even better removal spell. And we haven't seen Path to Exile yet, and we could still get Swords back. So this might be crazy, but I'm going to take Sower over Oust. This was not the pack with Path in it. It was the next one. Gristlebrand. So Entomb and Gristlebrand going around. No one is playing Reanimator. And no one's playing white. I guess everyone's fighting over green. I don't know. And blue seems pretty dry, but we're kind of just playing like a few blue cards. I guess between Silverblade Paladin and Porcelain Legionnaire. Silverblade Paladin. We're going to take Porcelain Legionnaire. I could take either one. They're kind of same thing. Okay, this is the one with Path, which we didn't get back, but we do get Brimraz, which is fine. We can take Anguish Unmaking, but we're probably not playing it. We can take Moraine Conjecture, but we're probably not playing. So we didn't get Swords back. So that's unfortunate. Okay, this deck's looking a little interesting. We do have Council's Judgment to get rid of stuff, and we do have Winds of Abandon. It's not like we don't have removal, but getting Swords would have been cool. What did I take over Swords? I kind of forget. I took something good. Wasn't it like Brazen Borrower? I would take Brazen Borrower over like anything. This card is... It just feels so good when it's in your hand. Like it threatens Planeswalkers as a 3/1. It bounces stuff. It's just nice. Interesting pack. We don't have an artifact to cheat with Tinker. Phantasmal Image is really good. Having a Wrath in your deck is pretty rare. There's not a lot of Wrath cards. You could also just take Mox Diamond. Kind of just accelerates us. But it does eat up a land, so it is card disadvantage. But that also pairs well with Tinker if we get it back. Phantasmal Image is really good. I might just take Mox Diamond and hopefully Wrath of God comes back. Maybe let's just take Phantasmal Image and hope Wrath of God comes back. Because we can just like cut like our random creatures. And then we'll have like uh we'll have balance plus Wrath of God, so we'll have like 2 Wraths in our deck. Plus some Planeswalkers. That seems like a good way to win. I think that's better than taking Tinker. So I think it's between Phantasmal Image and Mox Diamond. I don't think anyone's gonna take our Wrath of God. Hopefully. We'll find out. Actually, I'm just gonna take the Wrath. It's a pretty irreplaceable effect to have a good Wrath. Ooh, this is hard. Smuggler's Copter is great, but we don't have a lot of low drops. We don't really want to be playing a lot of creatures in our Wrath of God, what's it called deck? Jace is really good with balance, but I think Ponder is just like the highest win rate card. We're also looking for fetches. We didn't get any fetches yet. I think I might just take Ponder. We don't really have anything to do during the first few turns, and this can help us like find an answer and stuff. I do really like Jace, but our 4 slot is already like pretty occupied. We got a fetch, which is awesome. It's a shame that Day of Judgment did come, because that makes me wish I took a different spell, but that's okay. We can get Lyra back, or Self-Signet would be fine, but we're just going to take the fetch so that we can cast our spells. Here, okay, so we can make casting our spells even easier. I'm probably just going to do that. Could also take Ancestral, which is good. We don't have a lot of card draw. We don't have any like counter spells though, which usually works well with Ancestral because you're trading 1 for 1. I love Parallax Wave. I'd play that card too. I think I'm just gonna take Seachrome Coast, maybe get Avacyn back. Okay, this pack is kind of lame. Take Toxic Deluge. We do have like pretty good fixing for it. We'll have like at least 2 or 3, but I'm not super crazy about that card. I gotta take Sun Titan. That works well with Balance and Armageddon. Say that or like Land Tax. I feel like Land Tax is bad. We do want to hit our land drops though. I feel like that's better than top. Top doesn't really help us with what we're trying to do. I think I'm just gonna take Sun Titan. We kind of need like bigger mana payoffs. You can grab us fetches back. Ooh, I love Mana Type. I think Urza's really good. We don't have like any artifacts though, and this gives us early game interaction, which is kind of what we're missing. Like counter spells and stuff. So I'm just gonna take Tithe. That card is so fun. We can Spellseeker for balance, so we can have the exact same combo we had before, which was actually really good. We can also grab Winds of Abandon, Ponder, Mana Tithe. Seems kind of lame. Don't think we're taking Recruiter. Karn is probably fine. Works well with balance. I think I'm just gonna take Spellseeker. Spellseeker for balance seems really, really good. Ooh. Tezzeret is not what we're doing, I don't think. We can Tezzeret for Mana Crypt, actually. That's cool. We can also Tezzeret grab Coercive Portal, so it can just be a 5 mana Coercive Portal, or we can grab Revoker. But Hero of Bladehole is just like a 1 card in the game a lot of the time. Puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. But do we want to be doing that with Wraths? Yeah, why not? Okay, there was a card in this pack that we wanted to get back that we did not get back. It was Phantasmal Image. And was there another blue card in this pack? We'll take Usher the Fallen, but we're probably not playing it. Here we'll take Wall of Omens. I can't believe Smugglecopter went this late, but we really like. I don't think we're playing Mom in this deck, and so we really only have like a few creatures. Maybe I am taking Copter. Playing Wrath of God in your Copter. I guess Copter does dodge Wrath of. I think it's better than Wall of Omens. We're just gonna take it. That might be wrong, but here we can take Charter Course as card draw. We can take Lyra, which is a great finisher. We can take Orzhov Signet. We have no card draw at the moment. Like barely anything. So I think I'm just gonna take Charter Course. We already have finishers. Just to see taking a Signet there, but I'll take Wingmare. It's kind of a non-bow in our deck, so we're probably not playing it. I'll take Casualties of War. I'll take the Cliffs, and I'll take Corpse Dance. Okay, this deck looks pretty cool. I think it's a little like split as to what it's trying to do, but I think we're gonna be okay. Mana Crypt is a cool card, so we're gonna get rid of Polluted Delta. Oh no, we want to get rid of Godless Shrine, and then these are lands. I'm gonna count Call of Amira as a spell. Maybe we should have taken Lyra, actually. What did I take over Lyra just now? Something, I don't know. I think maybe we're not playing Wrath of God game 1. Because if they're not playing a creature deck, it's like really bad. And then that's something we can just sub in. We can like get rid of like Hero of Blade Hold, bring in Wrath of Gods. It seems pretty good. So maybe then we are playing Mom game one. Can crew Copter. And it can protect like Brimaz, Force and Legionnaire. What am I getting rid of? Maybe I'm getting rid of Armageddon game one because I kind of want to be able to get up to like 6 mana, and Armageddon doesn't help us do that. But then again, having Gideon in play plus Armageddon seems really good. Or if we've got Lotus in play. I don't think I'm playing Sun Titan. Sun Titan doesn't grab me like anything. Gets me lands from Armageddon, but I'm not even sure I'm playing Armageddon. I'm cutting Armageddon's Sun Titan and running it like that. Kind of wish I took Lyra, actually. Lyra plus Emira's Call seems really good. What did I just take over Lyra? I can't remember anything. Our deck looks pretty good. I do wish that we had like a path or swords, but we did take something over swords, so we do have interaction. We should be fine. I think this deck will be fun. So I'm gonna take a snippet of the deck, and then I will see you guys in round one. All right, here we are in round one. I'll tell our opponents to have fun, and we won the die roll as always. I've never lost a die roll in my life. This hand is fine. This does involve us playing turn 2 Revoker into Charter Course, so I do get to just name something random with Revoker, which is always a good time. Start on Hollowed Fountain, because if they Wasteland us, that's fine, because we're not really doing anything yet. Hopefully they play a dork and I can just Revoker it, because I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. I think the one I'm looking for is Devoted Druid. I could also just name a random Signet. But I want to be able to attack next turn so I can Chart a Course. So I'll probably just name Devoted Druid. I don't know if that's the one they're going to play. They could also play Raphellos. I'll probably name Raphellos, actually. That's more scary. I'm going to name Raphellos. Maybe I'm supposed to Chart a Course, just take the neutral, and so that way I can definitely name what they're going to play. Oh, how do you spell Raphellos? Okay, there we go. I'll pass the turn. In Spellseeker for Ponder, what's it called? Balance, which I don't know if they like Black Lotus something into play, then Spellseeker for Balance will be good. So they play Lotus Cobra is fine. We're going to attack them for 2, see what they do. They take it, which makes sense. We are going to play land first in case we draw Ponder. Did not draw Ponder, so we'll pass the turn. So next turn we can Gideon, following turn we can Spellseeker into Balance. If they start like, you know, getting crazy with it. We can also Gideon and then following turn Bribery is what I'll probably end up doing. Seems a little bit better. See what they do. Lotus Cobra plus a fetch is really scary because that gives them 2 extra mana, but just a regular Lotus Cobra by itself is not that scary. It's the same as just like a regular elf. It is mana fixing though. See what color they add. I don't have mana type up, so. Or Spell Pierce, so. Opponent can do what they must. They add green. See what this is. Scavenging Ooze is perfectly fine. We do not care about Scavenging Ooze. Selfless Spirit is also fine. A little annoying, but it's fine. Because it has flying, so. See what we draw. Mana Crypto would be great. We could just bribery them now. See what's going on. Opponent is thinking about sacrificing their selfless spirit during our upkeep, I guess. They're not giving us priority. Okay, there we go. Ooh, Brazen Barber is cool. So I think I'm just gonna play Gideon, and then the following turn I can like Spellseeker plus Brazen Borrower. I can Petty Theft plus Brimaz. I can Bribery them. I think this is just the most efficient use of our mana. And then they do have flying, so they can threaten Gideon with 2 points of damage, but he's not gonna die from that. So and hopefully we can Bribery them to grab something with flying, or whatever. We get a 2/2 and then pass the turn. And do be careful, if we put a creature in the graveyard, they can Scavenging Ooze and get a 3/3, which is kind of annoying. So we would rather trade the Knight than the Revoker. I'll say that if their turn 4 was just 2 mana 2/1s, that seems fine. We could just block with both of our creatures next turn, go Spellseeker plus Balance. We'd lose a land and then Wrath their board, and then we'd be left with a Gideon in play. That seems pretty good. You might have to discard down though if we do that, but whatever. Revoker on Gideon, I'm assuming. So hopefully they attack with both their creatures, because I would like to lose these creatures. I'm not sure where they tap both of their green sources, because now they can't Scavenging Ooze. Assuming they name Gideon, that makes sense. Or just go land Bribery. Strip Mine's pretty annoying, actually. It takes away our double blue for Brazen Borrower. And that prevents us from going for Balance next turn. We'd have to wait one more turn. That was actually a good Strip Mine. Oh, they're not using it? Oh, perfect. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Alright, so Balance is going to be really good against them, but we're not going to be able to cast it the turn that we grab it, unfortunately. So they Revokered it, yet they're still attacking it. Interesting. That is okay with us. I would like to draw another land. That is perfect. So I think so unfortunately I can't Bribery because of Wingmare. I think what I do is I Spellseeker for Balance past the turn. I probably attack first. See if they want to trade some creatures. His Balance will make us discard, but it's going to Wrath their board, which seems really good. They just take it, which is interesting. We are going to Spellseeker. We would like to use its ability. You're going to grab... Oh, we could also grab Winds of Abandon. But getting up to that much mana seems interesting, because Wingmare plus Strip Mine is going to set us back 2 lands, so it's going to be a while until we get there. I think I'd rather just take the safe route and take Balance. So we can't Petty Theft. Does this count for this? Let me just check. Yeah, okay, this does count. So I would have to pay 3. So I can't Petty Theft, but we are going to balance them next turn. So the Strip Mine kind of does nothing. See what they do. They attack us with their flyers, and they're attacking with Scavenging Ooze. So we will block Scavenging Ooze because we want to Wrath anyways. We'll put them in any order. So they do get to keep 2 of their creatures, unfortunately. That means we get to keep 2 of our creatures too. Am I just supposed to Bribery them next turn? Is that better? Depends on what they play, I think. So we're not really under a lot of pressure. They revoked our Gideon, but then also like didn't do anything to it, which I thought was interesting. All right, let's see what they play. They're tapping. This is Plowender. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. Huh. That is absolutely brutal. Yeah, they're probably gonna win now. That sucks for us. Wow. We needed one more turn to balance them. And we need to draw like land off the top to have a chance. If we draw land off the top and balance them, we'll be fine. But that was a really good. What's it called? That is very unfortunate. That Wingmare bought them one more turn. We could have balanced them last turn. Huh. That's pretty good. We are going to Delta past turn because then we'll lose creatures and balance will be better. We're trying to preserve our life total now. We can't super race them, so. Huh. Hopefully we just draw land off the top. That is fine. Hopefully they full swing and we draw land. Okay. That's awesome. That's perfect. Playing right into our balance. We will have to discard our entire hand, which sucks. So we are going to block here, take 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, it costs one more because of Wingmare. Oh, wait, no, we're in danger. God, Wingmare's so good. I think we're just dead. Even if we do successfully balance, we have to discard our whole hand, which seems not good. We are just at 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we'll pass and see if they do anything. But yeah, that Wingmare won them the entire game. That's crazy. That worked out very well for them. We were like getting ready to balance them too. It's gonna be brutal, but we could not quite deploy our hand, unfortunately. Now that we know we have Ravages, that kind of changes the way we play. We're gonna be more aggressive with the way that we play out our board. Quasali's good to know about. That makes me like Sun Titan more. They do have Selfless Spirit, so I don't know about bringing in just like Wrath of God. Seems kind of random. Use of Abandon seems good. I don't think I need Mom. I think I'd rather just have like Sun Titan. Like if I do ever resolve like just a 6 mana 6/6, I should just win the game against them. We can get back our lands that they're gonna try to Armageddon / strip mine. We do know they've strip mine too. That's important to know. So we would like to play first. This hand is great. We have Mana Tithe and some interaction. I'm going to pass the turn. We are going to Tithe that, only because we want to play a 2-drop anyways, so. That is fine. We're going to play a Porcelain Legionnaire, paying life. You have to click your life first, I forgot. Okay, then we'll pass the turn. 3-1 on a first strike seems pretty hard for their deck to deal with, so that should be good. Arbor Elf is fine. We might bounce it during their upkeep, honestly. Hex Drinker, interesting. Luckily, we do have Brazen Borrower to deal with that. So hopefully they just sink their turn into trying to level up Hex Drinker, and then we get to bounce it. There's no way you block. Just take it. There you go. We'll pass the turn. They can't level up at instant speed, so once they put that third one on the stack, we can just bounce it. they do something else with their turn, I'll feel sad, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. Hex Shrinker's a really good card. Oh, they're not doing that with their turn. Wrong up Excavator's fine. But that makes our next turn like pretty awkward. I think we just have to leave out Brazen Borrower. Like, we're winning this race so far. And this way we don't have to shock too if we just Brazen Borrower during our next turn. I'm gonna play Tapland. Attack for 3. Can we, this gives protection from instants, right? Okay, so if they block, we can bounce Arbor Elf. Okay, they're not blocking, perfect. This might be Armageddon, which would be pretty annoying. But we can Brazen Borrower their Ramanov Excavator, so they actually won't get to play the lands back, if that's what they're doing. What is this path? All right, let's hope that they don't have Armageddon. If they have Armageddon, we're kind of boned. Hopefully that's not what they have. Hopefully they just level up Hex Drinker. Because then we can play Sun Titan. Please, one turn. One turn, please. Getting Sun Titan in play seems awesome. And then we can that like really hedges us against Armageddon. Because we can just get back a land every turn with Sun Titan. Please don't. Okay, I don't think they would play land if they were going to go for Armageddon, so I think we're good. Let's see what this is. Oh, why are you playing your land before you Armageddon? I needed to dodge one turn. Whatever. We'll cast Petty Theft. Not much to do there. We'll keep trying. We were one turn away from casting Sun Titan, which would have just won us the entire game. And now they need 2 lands in order to hit every land drop. So we kind of just want to go like land. That is not a land. We will pass. That Armageddon was brutal, dude. We're on a pretty slow clock. Azure Signet's not what we wanted. A land plus Azure Signet would be awesome. Hopefully they don't hit a land. No. All right. This is definitely a game. No. Oh, we needed to fade one turn. One turn. They had it both games. I think they got us, unfortunately. They drew land off the top, and we drew non-land. We just lost the die roll. Oh, that's brutal. Even pathed our 3-1, like they just had the nuts. What am I supposed to do? We'll take it. I believe that means I'm dead. Yeah, and Core Supporter doesn't do it. Wow, no lands. Alright, let's tell our opponent GG's. Their deck was cool. We needed one more turn and we would have been fine. But our opponent had it. We did not have counterspells in our deck, so. Ugh, that's brutal. Gross. Like, I can't even draw balance. If I had, like, drawn a land, then maybe I could just natural draw balance, and I could get out. I think that would actually be pretty good. They sack a land, wrath their board, but just drawing 4 non-lands in a row is not what we wanted. That is very unlucky. They even had path for a 3-1, which would have bought us way more time. It's just taunting us. We're going to go to the next game. I'll see you guys in round 2. That was just unlucky. I don't think we played wrong at all. All right, I'll see you guys then. All right, here we are in round 2. We'll tell our opponents to have fun. We're on the draw, so we get an extra card, which is awesome. Hopefully they don't have Armageddon both games, because we have no counter. We have a Mana Tithe. We do have a counterspell in our deck. We do not have great interaction with non-creature or with non-permanents, so any sort of spells are kind of icky. Our opponent joined the game. They're looking at their hand, thinking whether they want to go first or second. Or they're actually choosing if they want to go first or second before they draw their hand. That always bothers me when I play in paper. You're supposed to decide whether you want to go first or second before you look at their hand, before you look at your hand. A lot of people don't do that. They just draw their hand and then they look at their hand and think about whether they want another card or to go first. That's not technically how it works, but it's like never a big deal, but it's just annoying. His hand's great. I said that last game, but we have Mana Type and a Signet, so I'm gonna keep. We've turn 1 interaction, we have turn 2 ramp. Hopefully we just draw like Gideon. Our mono red matchup's probably fine. This Tithe should be good against them, hopefully. Council's Judgment is good against mono red. Hopefully they just play 2-drop and we get to Tithe it. They're probably playing red-white, if I had to guess. We will take it. If they level up, that's a little unfortunate because I do want to play Signet next turn. Okay, they're playing a 2-drop, which is awesome. Or 2 1-drops. They're not leveling up, so we will man it. You're playing it. What? You're playing. Interesting. They're playing Signet in their Figure of Destiny deck. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We are just going to play Azorius Signet. We don't want to expose our blue source because we might need double blue for Brazen Borrower. And next turn we can Hero Blade Hold, which seems really good. Are they going to force a will our Signet? That would be insane. If they, or force a negation. If they forced our Signet, whatever. You can force our Signet if you want. They can't daze us, so they have this force. Our opponent is thinking long and hard about the Signet resolving. Not to like, because sometimes people's internet connections or whatever, but usually when people like hold priority for a long time to do nothing, it just makes me think that they're maybe not used to Magic Online. But then I lose to them, so you know what? Never mind. They don't have another land, which is interesting. It should be good for us. All right, they play nothing. That should be really good because we have a really fast clock with Hero Blade Hold. Hopefully they don't have Path. Even if they do, we're still okay. We have Chart a Course to get rid of one of these lands. Council's Judgment to get rid of their Figure of Destiny if it becomes a problem. Selfless Spirit is fine. I think we are going to exile Selfless Spirit. Or no, let's exile Figure of Destiny, because that can get scary later into the game. We're going to play a land. This makes it so they can't kill our Hero Blade Hold, which again just puts a lot of pressure on them. We're going to do Battlecry second. Yield to this. We're going to yield to this. See what our opponent does. Opponent is... Ow, fuck. I just like hit my tooth. Our opponent is thinking. Their name's cool, not for sale. It's a good name. Our opponent needs a way to kill Hero Blade Hold because this is a very fast clock. That's why I'm actually pretty high on this card. I used to think this card was like wisest in the cube, but it's kind of similar to Rabble Master, where it's just like a 1 card. Like, do you have an answer in the next 3 turns? And if you don't, I'm gonna run away with the game. So I think it has a home. All right, they conceded, which is fair. They didn't draw a land, and we mana tithed their 3rd land basically, so they were pretty far behind. I'm not sure what deck they're playing. Playing some sort of aggro deck. So maybe Wrath of God is good against them. Maybe I'm taking out Sower of Temptation for Wrath of God. And then maybe I'm taking out Bribery for Sun Titan. Because that pairs well with Wrath of God. We can Wrath and then Sun Titan back our creatures. We'll run it like that. I could be wrong. They could be playing like a big artifact deck or something, and I'll regret not having Bribery in my deck, but we'll see what's going on. This hand is fine. We have turn 1 Mom, which I like. And then we have Ponder to hit another land. We do have a painful land with Hollowed Fountain, though, which is not my favorite, but that's okay. All right, we do hit Signet, which is awesome. We're going to play Mom, pass the turn. They are playing blue. Okay, they braid our mom, which makes sense. Although, if they knew our hand, they would probably braid our signet, but they don't know our hand, thankfully. We're going to play signet, pass the turn. I'm not sure what would be our best draw. Maybe Brazen Borrower. They are going to ponder. Interesting. We're going to ponder, probably. Ponder and Preordain are just so good. Being able to look at, like, 3 to 4 cards with 1 mana just, like, smooths out the draw so much. They do draw, so they choose not to shuffle. Oh, no, they do shuffle. Okay, perfect. They level up Figure of Destiny? Yeah, that's fine. We do have removal for Figure of Destiny, so... Ooh, that is a really good draw. That lets us just cast Gilded Lotus, which I think is what we're doing. Hopefully they don't have Mana Tithe. If they Tithe our Lotus, I'll feel a little silly, but we can still Elspeth Conquers Death like the next thing they play. Our opponent is thinking. They're in the tank, alright. This makes me glad that they braided our Mother of Runes. But I still agree, like, killing Mom is, like, so important, generally. We're just gonna go for Plunder now. We didn't play land yet, right? So we can actually play out Copter. Although we don't have a creature. Force of Portal seems really good on this board, though, so I think I am gonna keep it how it is, but I want to draw land, then Portal? How much mana do I have next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need the land in the top 2. Okay, so I think I'm doing this actually. I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then we're not going to shuffle. Island, and I don't think I'm Charter Coursing because I don't want to discard any of these cards. Actually, maybe I could have. I don't super want Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, probably should have, but whatever. See what our opponent does. We are going to take damage from Mana Crypt over time. So if they play a creature, I might just take a turn off and Winds of Abandon them. They do nothing. They don't have triple red/white in order to level up Figure of Destiny, so that's good. We'll yield to Mana Crypt. We'll choose Tails. Tails never fails. We lost the flip, so we take a bunch of damage, but that's okay. During our draw step, they are clicking us, which is pretty good. I do like our hand, though, so I'm not sure what they take. Because we have 2 removal spells for Vendilion Click, so that won't really be a problem. So I think they take Elspeth Conquers Death. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But they shuffle... I think that's a shuffle bug. That was the top card on our deck anyways. How much mana do we have? We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can't Coercive Portal plus Winds of Abandon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Charter Course and then overload Winds of Abandon, depending on what we draw. We're going to discard an island. We will play a plains, and then we are going to overload. That is too much mana. That is the right amount of mana. This does ramp our opponent and fixes their mana, but I don't really want to take 5 next turn when we have Mana Crypt. Hopefully they don't just... Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we're supposed to wait 1 more turn and play Coercive Portal. Taking 5, though, means that we don't really have any life gain in this deck, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think I stand by that decision. We have a bunch of good top decks, and we have Copter in play too, so like literally any creature is a good top deck. It's a shame that we drew the Copter that was on top of our deck, because that we actually didn't want. Compared to like just a random new card. Maybe it wasn't a bug. It's very unlikely though. But because Smuggler's Copter is a 1-of, there's 26 cards. Why would they do that? Okay, perfect. Mana Crypt costs, I guess, just 1 mana draw card. Maybe they have a 5 mana play they want to play. That seems stupid. feel like the way that they win is we just lose a bunch of mana crypt flips. Like the pressure's kind of on us to win the game. Yeah, okay, they did have a 6-drop they wanted to play, but they have nothing to get. And now our mana crypt's not in play, which feels great. We're gonna go land portal. We do take 6, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have, again, like just a ton of really great draws. If they have Banefire, they kill us, but we can't do anything about it, so. I'm really glad they repealed our mana crypt. That was awesome. We didn't draw a creature to chump with Smuggler's Copter. That would have been cool. Ugin is an amazing draw. We just get to exile. And we start beating him down. I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing like random burn spells in their deck. Their deck seems not super focused. They know our last card in hand, so they know they can just attack us. They don't get anything back with Sun Titan. Bribery would be an okay draw. We have a lot of really good draws. All right. We're going to yield, and we're going to not Wrath, because we don't want to kill all of our lands. So we're going to go for Homage. All right, we're dead. We didn't draw a creature. We had 3 draws to draw any creature or any removal spell slash anything. Yeah, we just didn't draw it. That kind of sucks, but you know, is what it is. We'll see if maybe they don't attack us. All right, we do get to see the Ancient Tubes in their deck, which is cool, but we are dead. All right, I didn't think they could turn it around from there, but they did. Good job, opponent. I would like to see what we were going to draw. All right, Wrath of God was on the up and coming, but that's okay. Bribery for Titan seems okay. I think I'd rather just have my own Titan though. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to play Sour of Temptation. I already clicked submit. Yeah, it already went. I think maybe I am supposed to bring in Sour of Temptation. That seems good against their deck. We would like to play first. You're going to keep. You have a pretty aggressive hand. Hopefully we draw land. So if we draw land, we can play Porcelain Legionnaire on 2, and then turn 3 we can Signet plus Chart a Course. Which seems awesome. Getting the beats. We'll play Plains and pass the turn. We have 2 turns to draw land. They don't have turn 1 Figure of Destiny. That's kind of sad. I liked the consistency. All right, we need to draw land next turn. Or rather, drawing a land next turn would be awesome. Let's see if they have Mana Type. We do not. Opponent is thinking. Our opponent's mana seems pretty fragile. We saw what, a fetch land from them, but no duels. Path is fine because now we get a blue source. That I still support that play from them, but I'm kind of neutral about it because now we have more lands, which I do like. So now we can like Signet plus Revoker. We can just Signet and Ponder. They do nothing. I think I am just we can Ponder first anyways. So we can Ponder and then do Revoker plus Signet. So I'm gonna Ponder first. See what's going on. This is I'm gonna shuffle. I would like to shuffle. Brazen Bar is awesome. We're gonna play land, we're going to play Signet, and then we're going to play Revoker, naming something. Figure of Destiny, I guess. I didn't really see a ton from their deck. Yeah, I guess I'll just name Figure of Destiny. Oh wait, we saw I'd rather name Is It Signet. We did see Is It Signet, I forgot about that. That seems better. I'm not really afraid of the turn 3 Figure of Destiny. I'd rather take them off a Signet. And we don't have Is It Signet in our deck, so it doesn't hurt us. We have Brazen Borrower plus Chart of Course if we want. All right, we'll take our turn. We're going to attack. Our opponent is thinking. Hopefully we get to attack. Awesome. So let's just Chart of Course, which I like. We're going to Chart of Course. Just draw 2. Oh, I do like holding a Brazen Borrower, but I think I'm kind of playing aggro right now. So I think I'd rather just play Smuggler's Copter. We can just bounce whatever they play during our main phase if we need to. We're in a much better position this game than last game. Although last game I thought we were going to be fine, and then we took a turn off for Corso Portal. I don't know. It just kind of fell apart. This game seems like we're in a safer spot. I do have Ancient Tomb, but we do have removal. Drifter is fine. Ooh, we can balance cards out of their hand? That seems pretty good. So we would have to sacrifice no lands. They would have to discard 2 cards. So this is just 2 mana. They discard 2 cards. 6, and then we're 1 land away from Emirius Calling. That seems really good. We could also play and sack a land that makes them discard another card. Or, hear me out, we can Brazen Borrower or Muldrifter back to their hand. And then that lets us attack for 3. What do I like the best? I think I'm just going to balance. Makes me discard no lands, and it's just a 2-for-1, which I think is good. So yeah, let's just balance. Only makes our opponent discard 2 cards. Just a him deter. It's just a Mind Rot. 2 mana Mind Rot. Mind Rot and Vintage Cube? Oh my god. It's so broken. Alright, they discard double land. That is fine. We are going to crew the Copter. Done. We're going to attack them. We would like to draw. Ooh, we do, huh? How greedy am I? Let's get rid of Emirius Call, I guess. I think Elspeth is going to be better than Emirius Call, and we already have the lands to cast it. So I think I'm just going to do that. Opponent takes 3. We will main phase 2, play a plane, and pass the turn. So we can cast Brazen Borrower, we can cast Petty Theft. We're casting Elspeth next turn, guaranteed. Maybe I was supposed to get rid of Council's Judgment or Brazen Borrower, but I'd rather be able to just trade 1-for-1 with the stuff they play, because they're taking damage off of Ancient Tomb. So if they just like land Sun Titan, we can just minus Elspeth. Keep Smuggler's Copter back on defense for a turn. But honestly, like, I don't think Sun Titan's that bad. We could just plus Elspeth. Right, I'll see what they do. Honestly, them wrathing our lands would be really annoying. If they just Armageddoned us, I'd be pissed. I'd be so annoyed. I want my lands to stay in play for once, please. Just one game. We would just have land in play. A Braid is fine. I can't stop it anyways, so it will resolve. Figure of Destiny is also fine. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to flash in Brazen Borrower and block. That protects our Elspeth. You did that wrong. I need to tap the Signet first. There you go. I don't want to bounce their Muldrifter because it's just going to give them more card advantage. We are going to attack them. We can't play around days, unfortunately. They're going to take it, that makes sense. So you're just going to play tap land, hope they don't have days. If they don't have days, this should be pretty good. Alright, they don't have days. We're gonna get a bunch of soldiers. And now they can't play anything with 4 more toughness, or we're just gonna minus Elspeth, so I like where we're at. They have an ancient tomb. Okay, now they can get double red. They have to take a lot of damage to do that. And we still have Council's Judgment in hand. It's a shame we had to discard our Amiria's Call. Amiria's Call would have been better than Seachrome Coast in our hand, but just the order reaching them in we had to discard, unfortunately. That's just how it is. I did notice, though, we didn't get any Teferis, which makes me sad. Zealous is pretty good, but I think that's fine. Zealous lets them plus Elspeth. I don't think they're going to minus. Yeah, that makes sense. They can't super attack us. Like, I think what they should have done is waited until we went to ult Elspeth and then taken it. That would make more sense, I think. We are going to plus Elspeth, play Course of Portal, pass the turn. Like, all that did was help us get closer to ulting Elspeth. Like, now we ult her next turn, which should just be the game. They should have waited. I mean, we do get a ton of soldiers in place, so maybe they can't wait. Like, I don't know their hand. Maybe, like, they have, like, a Wrath, or they have a Kill Elspeth. I don't know. I don't know their hand. Maybe that was the right play, but I think on the surface it was not. They're not cracking Bloodstained Mire, which is interesting. See how they attack. Right. All at Elspeth, which is fine. We're gonna double block here. We're gonna triple block here. 1, 2. Let's just block like that. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, like that. Basically wrath everybody's board. They can't, if they want to level up Figure of Destiny and trade for another soldier, that's fine. If this is Sun Titan, that would be good for them. They already played Zealous, though. That was like the main card I'm afraid of. We can still ult Elspeth depending on what we draw. That might be worth it. Felidar Retreat is fine. We are not scared of that card. They fetch now, so they get a 2/2. That makes sense. They get another 2/2. Wow, okay. Not like the other girls. We are going to yield. We would like to draw cards, so we're going to pick Homage. Hopefully we draw a creature. That is exactly what we wanted. So I think I'm just going to ult Elspeth, exile Felidar Retreat. Other options, I could just play Brimaz plus ult Elspeth. How do they kill Elspeth if I just plus it? I think I just plus and wait a turn, honestly. I don't know how they kill Elspeth. I'm just going to plus. I'm going to be greedy. Plus 3 more soldiers just seems really, really good with Elspeth ult. Like, we get 3 chump blockers, worst case scenario. That should be fine. We have 2, 4, 5, so we're 1 mana short of doing Elspeth Conquers Death plus Brimaz. So I think what I do is I just do this. And Council's Judgment, Felidar Retreat. Then we're going to play out Brimaz, and then next turn we should just win. this makes their attacks very suspect. We still have Elspeth Conquers Death, so they need to play something that costs 3 or less that we're afraid of. Looks like they aren't playing anything. Assuming they're attacking Elspeth. Yeah. So we're going to chump one and then block the other with Brimraz. They did the damage wrong. They could have killed the Cat Soldier. Let's see what this is. Day of Judgment is pretty good, but again, we have an Elspeth in play and they don't. So I think we're going to be just fine. That was a good draw for our opponent, though. We are going to pick Homage. I wonder if my opponent is voting for Carnage. That would be funny. I always do that when I'm losing. I'm like, maybe they'll click wrong. I gotta vote for Carnage. They also vote for Carnage. All right. Aren't we 1 mana short? 2, 4, 6, 7. Come on, that's so lame. Did I play Elspeth plus Mother of Runes? I want to cast Ugin. We can Elspeth targeting nothing, so I don't think that's really good. Just pass. If to kill Elspeth, if we draw a land, we get to Ugin. Our opponent is in danger. See what this is. They have something to cast, though. This is a Wrath of God. That would be so funny. Just Wrath to Wrath. That would be so funny. What is this? Sun Titan is fine. Yeah, so we got there. We can just minus Elspeth, kill them. Oh, they get... Oh, no, they can't get back Zealous, right? Yeah, it's converted mana cost, not power. Okay. For a second, I thought that they were going to get back Zealous and then ult Elspeth, and I was like, oh my god. This is so annoying. Alright, we got there. Till our opponent, GG's. Alright, I will see you guys in the final round of our final league of Vintage Cube this season. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we are in round 3. We'll tell our opponents to have fun, and we won the die roll as always. So we would like to go first. We will keep this hand. We have turn 2 Brimaz, which seems really good. I think that's better than just Charter Coursing on nothing. We can also just turn 2 Corsa Portal. So we're going to lead on planes and pass the turn. Depending on what they do, will change what I do. Turn 2 Corsa Portal is pretty good if they're playing blue. Because then we can just run out all of our cards and not care. If they're playing aggro, I think I want to get stuff on the board. It does use our mana more efficiently, though. If we go turn 2 Corsa Portal. So hopefully they just play, like, Island Pass. Even better, like... Oh, perfect. Alright, we're gonna go for it. They need Daze or Spell Pierce in order to stop us, so... Hopefully they can't. If they can't, we're in great shape. Alright, a Snap resolves. Perfect. So I take it they don't have Daze or Spell Pierce in their hand, which is perfect for us. We are going to do Corsa Portal first. We're going to yield. We would like Homage. We don't want to just 2 for 0 ourselves. They also have Homage, and then we're going to yield. Can I always choose? No. Okay. Well, Tails never fails, and I'm right, so. Here, I think I'm just going to go for... let's see. I could Mom, hold up Mana Tithe. That's actually probably the best play I can make. We're going to play our land. We're going to play Mom. I think we're going to chart a course. We're drawing 2 cards a turn, so I'm not really worried about the card disadvantage. I guess it's card neutrality, but... We're going to get rid of Island. We don't really need double blue. Especially not with this hand. We just want to jump them out. I think having the removal spell would be better. Impulse is fine. I'd rather tithe a play as opposed to typing an impulse. We also would love to hit another white source so we can play some of our threats while still holding up Tithe. Or if we just cast Tithe this turn, I can do that too. Looks like they're playing Storm, if I had to guess. We'll do this one first. I'm gonna vote Homage. Draw an extra card. We drew another white source, which is awesome. Tails never fails. We were wrong. They're going to click us. We're going to type the click. I don't want them seeing our hand and they get a 3-1 and play, which I don't like. I'm going to play Hero of Bladehold. They need 2 removal spells. Otherwise, we get to attack with Hero of Bladehold because of Mom. So they're in danger. I still think they're playing Storm, although Click usually isn't in a Storm deck. Jace is pretty good, but we still have protection, so we're fine. We'll give it Pro Blue. I think this works the way I think it does. We'll find out. All right, it does work that way. Perfect. All right, our opponent conceded. Mana Crypt is a great card. And drawing 2 cards a turn plus having a clock is a lot of pressure for a opponent to be in there. So I'm not sure what deck they're playing. They might just be playing a fair blue-black deck. But I don't think you play Impulse in fair decks, so this is not card advantage, it's just card selection. But yeah, that worked. That worked out pretty well. Honestly, I know it's a non-bow, but Thalia looks really good against them. Wingmare looks okay. Do I play Thalia? Am I crazy? Guys, am I crazy? Okay, like in comment if I'm crazy. Am I crazy if I bring in Thalia? Against our non-creature deck. You know what? We're taking out balance. We're putting in Thalia. I'm getting crazy with it, guys. We'll see if I regret that. Like, if I spell Seeker and I try to grab balance and I sideboard it out, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to feel real dumb. But, could be great. Our opponent said, ooh, if I missed it. You will keep this. This actually, I mean, if we top deck Thalia, it's looking pretty good. Oh, they have Pearl. No. Alright, they didn't do anything with it. We're just gonna play Seacrom Coast past the turn. It's probably gonna play a 3-drop next turn. We can Copter into Revoker. Oh, looks like they don't have a land drop. Wow, okay. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna Revoker them. I think that's better. And if they don't crack their fetch now, I get to name their Scalding Tarn, which would be even better. Okay. They did crack it, which makes sense. They kind of need to. Oh, they have a counter? Oh, they have remand. That's fine. They get another draw. That was actually a good remand from our opponent. They still don't have anything, though. That is pretty yikes. We are going to do the exact same thing. One of my favorite plays from Pro Play ever is oh, I can't remember his name, but he was resolving a pithing needle and his opponent had 3 polluted deltas in play, and he pulled the judge over and asked, that's fine. And asked the judge if he can name Snapcaster Mage with Pithing Needle, and the guy was like, yeah, of course. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, does the Pithing Needle resolve? And the guy was like, yeah, because he's thinking like, oh, this guy's an idiot. He's naming Snapcaster with Pithing Needle. That's why he asked. And then the spell resolved, and he named Polluted Delta. He triple Stone Rain this guy. Was so lit. I think I'm just gonna play Signet and then try to Council's Judgment their land. It's pretty mean, but I think it'll be good. Council's Judgment their Mox Pearl, I mean. Our opponent has to counter this. They do have a miscalc. Our opponent has a ton of interaction, but the benefit is they're not sniping our Gideons, they're not sniping our Corsa portals, because they just don't have the mana. What is in their hand? Their hand is crazy, y'all. I'm going to try and play Gilded Lotus here. See if they counter us. Alright, Snap resolves. Then we'll play Smuggler's Copter and pass the turn. So I don't think they have another counterspell in their hand. Our opponent has not drawn any lands, and they've drawn like 4 or 5 extra cards. Alright, they finally got a land. But we can top deck cast Ugin and they have 3 men in play, so we're feeling okay. Muldrifter evoked is fine. They just need to hit lands, I'd imagine. Let's see what they discard. I think I want to bribery them. It lets me look at their deck. We don't have enough. We could also just Course of Portal plus Gideon. It's probably just better. That does make me sad though. I want to bribery them, but it's just a more efficient use of our mana. So to play around Daze, we're gonna Gideon first. We could also force this, which makes me sad, but that would be a 2-for-1, and then we can get Course of Portal in play. That is awesome. We're gonna 0. We're gonna crew the Copter. We're going to attack them. We're going to yield. We would like to draw. We're gonna discard Sower of Temptation. Did we play land yet? Ugh, I hate when I do this. I did not play land yet. So I'm going to discard Sower of Temptation because then I can land Bribery, which seems really good. This is wrong. I'm supposed to Course of Portal, I'm pretty sure, but I just want to see their deck. That should be the game. I'm pretty sure he just conceded. Yeah. Okay. Our opponent was really nice. I feel bad that they got screwed. They were really nice. I like when people are nice. Oh, why is it typing so slow? That's crazy. Our opponents think pro, so they were actually really nice. I like when people are nice. I think it's nice to do something nice. All right. So a little anticlimactic. I mean, our deck was cool. I feel like all of our only the first match was like a close, like nail biting match. And really, they Armageddon us twice. Like I could have won if we faded Armageddon for 1 turn. They needed Armageddon their top 10 cards, and they had it. So whatever. But uh, this is the last video. Like I said, thank you so much for any of you watching. If you are watching, actually, I would appreciate like just leave a comment. I'm curious because some of my videos get like 6 views, and I don't have that many friends. So like I don't know if they're bots or not. And like if one person was watching these videos to like fall asleep or whatever, that would actually bring me a lot of joy. That would make me really happy. But I am gonna go on hiatus now. This is my goodbye. So make sure you sub, turn on the bell if you want a notification. You can always turn it off later for when I come back and upload more Vintage Cube videos when Vintage Cube comes back in the winter. Hopefully the next time I talk to you guys, we won't be living in the middle of a pandemic. For those of you watching this in the future, it's March 23rd. So vaccines are rolling out. Indoor dining is increasing, but masks are still required. COVID's still real. I get COVID tested every other week at my university. So we're hopefully, knock on wood, the tail end of this panini, this Panera, this pandemic. And hopefully next time I talk to you, we're all outside licking strangers. That's what I want. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next time.